What's up, survivors? This is Carter, a project that I started earlier this winter because I needed a place, a safe place, to start my seeds indoors. I don't know what's in the soil. I know that my groundwater is contaminated where I'm at. When I start my seedlings, I don't like to take a chance. So I built this cart so that even when it's really cold outside, I've still got soil nice and warm that I can plant, water, and in time to get them in the ground when things start warming up in the spring. So I really like this thing. This thing lets me do a lot of things in the off season that I otherwise would have to wait until I got warm to do, to even start doing, you know, until spring when things kind of got hotter and plants would survive out there. But I could do all that in here, the comfort of my garage, and kind of run experiments out here. I could do try different methods of growing things and see what works here, then use it outside. I've got 15 different varieties, 55 different pots, and I've got just a whole bunch of weird stuff. I'm trying out some old seeds, I'm trying out some new seeds, some things that I want to grow and some things that I just want to see if they'll grow. Got a lot of room dedicated to sweet peppers. These are all California Wonder sweet peppers. I really like them. I think they're a good replacement crop for tomatoes, and this summer I really want to go ham with them. Over here we've got this Chinese leafy green like bok choy called the tatsoi. It grows in these really cool rosettes. It's just pretty good for the front yard. Right here, I don't know if you can even see it. Here we've got kale. Kale is always good. Everybody loves kale. Everybody loves to hate on kale. Kale's kale. You know what you feel about kale. This in the center here is stevia, the same stuff that they make stevia sweetener from, which I don't really like using, but I really want to see what it's like growing the plant. The seeds are expensive, and that means they're exotic, and I like that. But otherwise, I don't know, I just want to try it. So I got a lot of room dedicated to that, and they are just starting now. I'm keeping my fingers crossed on that one. I've got some tomatoes, because everybody loves tomatoes. More tomatoes, more tomatoes, more tomatoes, more tomatoes. All of these are these long vining tomatoes. Should be kind of fun to see grow. I got a dead pot. This one didn't work out. And over here, not tomatoes over here. Over here I've got celery root. It's kind of a tuber, like a potato, and really good in chowders and soups and just roasted. I love this stuff. We'll see what it's like growing it. Back here I've got rainbow chard. These things, I love these things because you can see the color in them early on. You can see that they're a rainbow variety just by their seedlings. Kind of cool. Right here we've got all lettuce. I just got a bunch of lettuce in this tray, and up here a cucumber with seeds that are 5 years old. Just a Hail Mary to see if I can grow seeds that old. I've never really tried, so let's see. Up here I got Napa cabbage. I love cabbage. This stuff produces, and I got a lot of success out of these. Up front, more kale, because same fucking reason. And then I've got over here shiso. It's a Japanese herb that they use sometimes in sushi and in fancy places here. Bloody Marys, this shit kills. Good stuff. That's about all the stuff that I'm starting to grow. More than anything with Carter here, I want to just keep switching it up. I want to keep running my little experiments and my mad science in this tray so that everything's controlled and consistent. I know how hot this is, I know how much water it's getting, and I can recycle and reclaim all this water. So where can you get one of these bad boys? You can't. You gotta make it. But I'm gonna show you how to in our very first recipe for disaster. There's a lot of components here, but they're all pretty simple, and everything, if you get a little crafty, you can find anywhere. First thing you gotta find though is a cart. This cart I found outside of an out-of-business auto parts store, but they make plastic ones, wooden ones, there's all sorts of carts out there, and if you get creative, you can find something that'll suit your needs. This one's vinyl-coated welded wire mesh, which is waterproof, lightweight, easy to attach to because of its open structure. Just a really good fit for me. Plus, it fit this white basin that I found, no problem. Lucky day. Next component you're going to need is a light. Nice, bright light. I can talk for days about the exact quality of light, but really anything will work. Get an aquarium light, get something that's easy to work with, something that's cheap.
I found this one, people thought it was broken, resoldered a couple connections, good to go. Tied it on the top, ready. Don't overthink it, just get a light. Now you can be really creative with all the components in this cart, but make sure you've got good soil. Soil's got to drain well, have organics in it, and it should be the best soil you've got on site. Really, don't start your baby plants in something that you don't trust. It's just not worth your effort. In order to help these things drain well, I cut up this shopping basket that I got for $3 into a small, low tray that sits within my basin. This lets things drain and lets me pull it out and service the plants as needed, fertilizing or pruning or whatever I need to do. Now, you've got your trays in your basin, and inside your trays go your individual pots. These can be plastic or organic like you see here. These are made out of lotus leaves. The most important thing is that you use good soil. I can't stress that enough. I plant my seeds a little more densely than a lot of recommendations just to hedge my bet, but you want to make sure you keep them at the right depth. That's really important to a lot of things, especially leafy greens like this. A little watering in with a spray bottle to be nice and gentle so I don't dig anything up, and these things are gonna start sprouting. But long term, we need something easy. So I installed this automated drip system on the cart. This is a 1/2-inch polyethylene line that I hooked up to a drip system that's in my garage. From that come these 360-degree fan sprayers, which both put out a lot of water and are gentle enough to not dig up little seedlings. They really are a good fit once you get them dialed in. They just get jammed up into the welded wire mesh and sit there all day. Now on the downhill side of this basin, I've got a ball joint that drains the whole thing. This is important so your plants don't sit in water. And if you are doing a drain and fill system, this is extremely important. Hopefully I'll be able to get in that later. So Carter's got light, Carter's got water, Carter's got soil, but if we want to get fancy, we got to automate. And that's what this irrigation controller does. Just sits in line and hooks up to a hose bib, automates my whole system. Waters once a day, 2 minutes, keeps things drenched when I want it to, really easy. Other components of automation are a heating mat that keeps things about 10 degrees Fahrenheit warmer than they would be otherwise, and a fan. Fan's really important. All that movement helps my stalks get nice and thick on these plants, keeps pests out. Always a good idea to have airflow in your garden. Very, very important.
So hopefully by next time I've got some of these replanted and some of these resprouted, because I've got a few weeks left before I've got to take my hands off, and no, I've got 9 days left. I've got 6 days left. I've only got 6 days. I got to get this thing set in 6 days before I go to Costa Rica, and it's got to be rather autonomous. I got to just walk away. So I'm going to stop making this video, and I'm going to get to making a little shroud that's going to make sure that this thing can water itself for 2 weeks while I'm gone without me touching it. Should be very exciting. Alright, see you guys soon.
Thank you so much for watching this recipe for disaster. I hope you guys found a couple little nuggets of knowledge that you can take back to your community and make a difference. Remember, community is the cornerstone of survival. So please, subscribe, share, like, comment, discuss. Be prepared and stay lucky, because only the strong shall thrive.